In our times, the fusion of technology and surprise is making warfare more complex and unpredictable than ever before. That is why we must not only master existing technologies, but also ensure that we are constantly prepared for new innovations and unforeseen challenges. Friends, if you look at the recent example, you can see the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. When the conflict started in 2022, it was primarily conventional warfare, including tanks, artillery, and rifles. The ground forces were engaged in hand-to-hand combat. But in 3 years, the nature of this war changed completely. In today's era, wars have become so sudden and unpredictable that it is very difficult to predict when any war will end and how long it will last. So we must be prepared for every situation. We must be prepared for this so that our surge capacity is sufficient. That is, if any war stretches from 2 months, 4 months, a year, 2 years, even 5 years, then we should be fully prepared for it. That is why we need to streamline our defense industry. Friends, in today's era, any conflict affects the entire country and every citizen can come under its purview. A country's economic system, industrial structure, technological capabilities, education system, all these have now become major components of security. Therefore, the scope of defense preparedness cannot be limited to the armed forces alone. In such a situation, the importance of communication becomes even greater. Through dialogue, we not only share experiences and information, but also understand each other's capabilities, challenges, and needs. And this understanding leads us to those strategies which are necessary for success in multi-dimensional warfare. Friends, I want to emphasize that in today's time, the responsibility of being prepared is not only for the soldiers. The whole country and every citizen will have to be alert and capable at their own level. National security is no longer just a matter of armies, but has become an issue of a whole-of-nation approach. In this, the active role of industries, academia, media, technical institutes, and the civil society is necessary. Friends, the country's defense is not only handled by soldiers at the border, but also by the scientists who develop new technologies, the industrialists who produce weapon systems, and the teachers who prepare the next generation for warfare. Friends, when we look ahead, we should remember that the challenges before India are formidable, but our resolve and courage are even bigger. The world respects us not just for strength, but for our dedication to truth, peace, and justice. We do not want anyone's land, but we are ready to go to any extent to protect our land. We must take this country forward with our unity, our clear intentions, and the full commitment.